helping out his Pebbles get some farm. We haven't really seen Pebbles do too much roaming this game. He's really just been focusing on keeping the Soul Stealer down, who has moved to the jungle with the double damage room, picking off that Vagabond leader. Down bottom, we see Wretched Hag just finishing her bottle now in Blood Chalice. Valkyrie has boots as Wretched Hag blinks in, harassing the Valkyrie a little bit, but this might be a mistake, just missing the arrow barely. I think Hag's going to be able to get away with this. If that arrow would have landed, I think it would have been a sure death for her.
Well, speaking of sure deaths, we just had that Hellbringer and that Magnus go down again to a tri-hero setup up top. So Slither and Disglacius really doing very well, supporting this Swiftblade, who's now going to be working on, it looks like, that Runed Axe. I mean, I'm not going to say Nullstone at this point simply because it makes no real sense. So, but he already has that phase boot set up, going with that life tube, just picked it up now after those 2 kills.
I think the Hellborn team is really, really winning this tri-lane by an awful lot right now. The Magnus that they're trying to get farmed doesn't have anything. He just has a Blood Chalice. Hellbringer has boots, and Andromeda has wards, health pot, and 1 mana potion, Runes of Light. So they're really keeping this lane down, which is good, and it keeps their Swiftblade up high, who has level 7 right now. Not the top level
Nope,
game, I don't
Soul
think.
Stealer.
No, that belongs to Soul Stealer. But he's the same, tied for the same level as his solo lane, which is really good. I'm saying that this tri lane is successful for the Hellborn team. As you see Magnus blinking on this Glacius, taking him down to really low health. But I think this is a mistake. He has no team support whatsoever. Spinning Swiftblade, taking him down to really low health. He walks out of the steam bath, but that's not going to be anything for him. He goes down in a pile of magma, and that's it for Magnus.
Yeah, this tri-lane has definitely not worked up against, this tri-lane, so to speak. I mean, we keep throwing Magnus up here, we keep throwing Hellbringer up here, and at this point in the game, it's just too much easy meat. I mean, it looks like Hag down south is not even winning her lane. It looks like Hellbringer's down there for some reason. But he's able to pick up the revenge kill on that. So, throwing him elsewhere where he can actually start doing some good, getting some experience, getting some farm, not a bad decision by any means. But really, I don't think Magnus is going to be able to cut it up top anymore, especially against the Swiftblade, who just easily takes down this Andromeda with just a single spin, and I think a crit is what happened there. And right now, he's able to solo, their squishies at this point.
For a joke. I mean, he's really getting farmed right now. He's finished the sustainer and his enhanced march just 9 minutes or almost 10 minutes into the game, which is impressive. He's sitting at how much gold per minute? He's sitting at 280 gold per minute, which is really good in a tri lane. As you see, Slither going on to Magnus here, attacking with that toxin wards. He looks like he getting poisoned down. Might tick him down, maybe.
Yeah, it's not gonna save you, Magnus.
That's it. Nothing he can do. This tri-lane is, I think they really need to give this up, and they need to work on doing something else. Maybe grouping up as a team and ganking him. I don't know. They need to do something else. They have to stop feeding this Swiftblade, or he's going to get so fat and so farmed that it's not even going to matter anymore.
Speaking of fat and farm, Pebbles is able to take down that Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer did have 2 illusions up, but with the help of Glacius, kind of easily determined, hey, those aren't the real ones. Oh, there he is. Combo, dead. And that is all she wrote. I'm not too sure if this Pebbles knows about the double damage between the Chuck and the Stalagmites, because he keeps seeming to stagger them, but in this case he was able to land the kill.
I'm sure he absolutely does know about that, Jester. I think he's going for more of the disable time, especially with the Glacius there. With 2 people, it's better. It's 2 people. With 2 people DPSing, the longer they have the disable on, the more damage they're going to do. It's better than the Chuck and the Stalagmites. Although by himself, I would go with Chuck and Stalagmites.
Yeah, but I didn't even see that earlier as well. I mean, if he's going for the max disable time, he's still one-on-one. Shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Speaking of an issue, Hellbringer getting insta combo down there. Pebbles came down, and a Chuck going to be picking off that Wretched Hag. So, I mean, still staggered, but hey, he's landing the kills, so why not?
Yeah, I kind of like what he's doing, but I do agree with you. I think when he was going 1v1 against Solstier, I think he should have probably done the full combo, however. They're professional players, and they can do whatever they want, essentially, and it's working out for him. Like, he does have he's 2-1-1 right now, which is pretty good, farming at 264 gold per minute, which is Pretty good against the Soul Stealer, who's been able to like nuke down the scrape waves. He won't be able to have steady farm. He'll be against the tower the entire time. As you see, Magma's pushing this middle lane, having to leave with the Slither blinking in. And Slither putting down a ward, giving him some sight. They're following Magnus, chasing him. The stun's going to come out just enough for the stun. The chuck, the combo, he's dead. Not a chance. Double damage room going to be able to get picked up out of this Pebbles, and they're just going to keep on roaming, keeping this team fight going.
Speaking of that, yeah, it's popping that double damage right then and there. Going to get stopped a little bit, but if you can just get over to this Soul Stealer, it would be GG. Not going to happen really with this amount of damage, but in comes that really, really farmed Swiftblade. Takes him out, no problem. Going to be taking the Hellbringer kill, gets it juked by that Valkyrie, landing a nice 4.5-second arrow. Should have went in on that Andromeda instead, but hey, at this point, 18-6 for Hatchet Pyros against Empire. And like, this is not even really, a backup team of Empire or anything. These are, the big names we all know and love.
Yeah, and this really is a really good showing coming up from Pyro. You don't really like Empire's a really good team. Like they're one of the top teams in the world right now, and these guys are really taking it to them and showing that they can compete with the big boys.
Nice straight arrow coming out of that Valkyrie, but it is easily seen, easily sidestepped by both Lean and I guess it's Quakes. Is that how I say his name? Quakes?
Yeah, I think so.
Quakes it is. So, what is everyone doing? Where's the Soul Stealer at? He is coming up through the middle, going to be trying to do a little bit more of a counter push. I mean, he's done a good job on this tower so far, 300 hit points left in it. So a nice single push would be, a good game for that tower. Gives them a little bit of an edge, recoup some of this gold loss that they're definitely looking at right now. I mean, we're, not even in concede range yet. The experience and the gold difference at this point is pretty decently different.
Yeah, we see almost 8,000 experience lead and a 5,300 gold league for the Hellborn team, which is really phenomenal. As you see some action going in, Magma's dropping really low. We see the Wretched Hag all coming out on top of the Slither. He drops down really easily, and we see this Pebbles caught out by himself. And it looks like Glacius is probably going to end up going down too, maybe. As he runs away, he's going to be able to get away. As this might get turned around, actually, with Valkyrie leaping in, putting out some damage on that Soul Stealer who goes down instantly. We see Pebbles running around trying to pick off somebody. He's going to run into this Wretched Hag. I don't think... Oh, it is going to be enough. We see the actual combo come out and he destroys Wretched Hag instantaneously. Not a chance right there. As you see, the Hellborn team turn that around rather easily, actually. I don't know what quite happened there. The Legion team appeared to fall apart. I think it had something to do with that Magnus dropping really low. And we see that tri-lane really failed miserably as Magnus, if you take a look at him, he's sitting at 100, or he's sitting at 68 gold per minute with a Blood Chalice and a Homecoming Stone. He has nothing, and he's not anywhere near his portal key. Where he actually, he has 170 gold right now. So that's really bad for the Hellborn team or the Legion team, because they are going to need to start doing team fights soon if they're going to try to take this around. And they have no initiation besides that Hellborn or the Hellbringer who just hit 6 now. So things aren't looking too good right now.
Oh, speaking of initiation, Swiftblade coming out here with his ult, going to get off some great damage, goes right into the spin as soon as he's done and jukes all the damage out of that Malphus that came out. Now he's just going to walk his way out of there, but Wretched Hag is going to say, well, let's take a little break there, buddy, and sits him down for a nice rest, but still 8-1-6, and this AoE damage, that Valkyrie got caught up in a jump. And really, I think she was just a little too stuck to go anywhere. No Homecoming Stone in the inventory means that, yeah, she went down. No problem. So that's, I mean, that must be a nice little morale booster. Taking out 2 of the really farmed carries on that Hellborn team in that fight and really losing nobody. But as I say, that it does look like, no, Soul Stealer missed that damage on that stun, and he's still alive. This good support coming in here from Wretched Hag and that Hellbringer are going to be keeping this Soul Stealer alive as long as they can. But that being said, the Mana Stone Pebbles is going to be tossing up that Hag for a little bit of revenge. Slither getting the kill on Magnus just before he goes down himself. And I mean, this is just like a prolonged one-on-one kind of fest, and it looks like it's finally settled down. I don't think Pebbles, who now has that nice new shiny portal key, is going to be going in on this Hellbringer. Just too little health to really risk it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to that team fight earlier, they did lose two heroes in Hellbringer and Magnus, maybe earlier in that other fight. Anyway, but they did lose Valkyrie and Swiftblade, which is definitely a morale booster. But if you look back to that team fight that just happened, they just got all that morale shot down by losing most of their heroes there, including their hard carry in Violation, playing Soul Stealer, and they lost Wretched Hag, who was a semi carry. So I'm not entirely sure if that went in the Legion's favor. And then they're kind of getting into a deeper downhill slope as the golden experience lead jumps to 10,000 experience, 10,000 gold. As somebody else goes down bottom, Hellbringer going down, just the team fights all seem to be the same over and over again. Oh my God, what's his name? Pebbles denies himself to neutral creeps, which is always good. That Magma's trying to get the kill off with the steam bath. Magma's stunning in, killing Glacius. But that's going to be it for him. That was just a last-ditch attempt. There's nothing they can really do there. As we see 3 heroes go down instead of 2 for the Legion team, and Swiftblade getting even more free farm as this gold deficit jumps another 1,540 experience and 2,624 gold. So you're sitting at 12,000 and 11,000 experience each, which is ridiculous. Tower going down top by Fav there, or Violation playing Soul Stealer. Not much they could have done there. They're all bottom, no TP zones. So that's a good push by him. As the Andromeda swap coming out, stunning Slither and might be able to get away. Yes, Magma Stun being able to secure that with a Swiftblade spin. They're going to have to be all the Legion team coming in. That's good. Good team support from the Legion team as Wretched Hag blinks in, ults on top of Swiftblade there, and that's going to be it for him. Swiftblade gets stunned on, dead. Hellbringer ultimate used. That would be it for him. Favy's going to look like he's going to be able to get away and turn this back around. On top of that, Pebbles getting a kill off on him easily. Glacius running away invisible with the Word of Revelation being placed down there by Unique Phaser. Really fantastic play being able to pick up that Glacius. Another really well-executed team fight from the Legion team, which is what they really need to be doing right now. That's what their team is built for. That all comes back to getting the farm. They need to get their Magnus farm. They need to get their Soul Stealer farm in order to start winning those team fights more consistently. You there, Jester?
No, I'm still here. I was just wondering if you had anything else to say.
No, I just had to keep talking there. Actually, it actually kept going and going and going.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, that was just a really prolonged string there. But ultimately, the Legion was able to come out ahead of that one. Shutting down that Swiftblade is something they really, really should be interested in doing. And then, you know, taking down the Pebbles. They took down everyone except, really, Valkyrie and Slither in that fight, as they were the ones that were untouched. But this Hellbringer could be in a little bit of trouble, as he just got hit on by this Pebbles. And really, that big fist of stone, it just really, really hurts, as he's able to auto attack him down for another kill. Saw him initiated with that portal key. Portal key and Blood Chalice is really just a great combo on any Pebbles. Really fun to play and watch. Magnus wants to come in here, but he hides, and really that was a smart hide, as I don't think he would have been able to take on these guys by himself, and backup was just not in range. But while all this is going on, Swiftblade is kind of just, you know, farming up. Looks like he's going for that, well, I'm guessing an Abyssal Skull at this point. No real point in getting that Helm of Domination, especially on Swiftblade, as he could probably save his attack modifier for something else.
Well, that really depends on what he wants to do. They don't really have... Well, actually, they do have some beefy heroes. I don't know. Actually, that's really interesting. He can go for a number of things. I wouldn't disagree with the Abyssal Skull. Oh, yeah, he did go for the Abyssal Skull. So he's going to save up for a different attack modifier. Maybe a Frostburn, maybe a... Who knows? And as we see a team fight going on down bottom, Pebbles, I'm assuming, jumped in, stunning him, and that was really just swiftly decided for the Hellborn team. It didn't really matter what happened, as we have to see Unique Phaser running away with 1 HP with the or 4 HP with the Slither ultimate on top of him. Not much you could have done there, managing to get away with his life as Hellbringer backs away. They notice him with the ward. They have really no threat here. I'm thinking the Hellborn team probably will push this lane, as we see Pebbles and Slither porting top just to defend against the Wretched Hag pushing by herself.
Now, Wretched Hag, who went up against this tri-lane, you know, early on, has actually not really done that bad. I mean, she's just able to pick up a nice kill here using her ultimate on Pebbles, and she just dinged level 13 by herself, and she's really keeping up with, you know, Violation and Swiftblade and the other carries. So, but despite going